Hola. Is there a camera in the way or is it gone? Oh, it's not in the way. Long time no see. Long see no time. Long not seeing because, yeah. Hi. Well, we are finally back. Restaurant life is hard. It's hard to get anything done outside of work. A lot of things are happening. Brent, who is the other guy, we're also co-managers of the restaurant. He has jury duty, so that kind of screws up the schedule. If he has to do jury duty, then I have to work over there, and then of course everything's been busy. Also, yeah, just getting behind on a bunch of stuff. I had freaking somebody broke into my Jeep the other night at my house. Not really broke in because I do leave it unlocked because it's a soft top Jeep. So why would I lock the doors? They're just going to cut up my soft top. So, but anyway, somebody got into my Jeep. What is going on? I think everybody's chiming in here on Twitch. Everybody's chiming in on Twitch. Yeah, so somebody crawled into my Jeep in the middle of the night, and so I had to install some security stuff around my house and lighting, and so that kind of pulled me away from this and pulled some money away. But I have a little bit of time today to do some work. I'm waiting on a very important tool that I ordered that will help me out with the repair of this and extremely help me out with the playfield swap I have to do on Star Trek. I ordered a rotisserie and it should be coming in tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be awesome because I have to take, I did not even line up this camera. Look at that guy. Anyway, here we are. So I have to take and clean all of this stuff, and I'm figuring it would be a lot easier if I could lay the playfield flat. So we're going to put together a rotisserie and put the playfield on there and see how well that does. Because I kind of got spoiled with line drive because I was able to lay the playfield flat, and I like that. So I kind of want to do that again. So that's hopefully going to work out. But for tonight, until that comes in, I'm not going to be working underneath here. I think one of the two things, it's either I want to work on, oh, you can't see it because I have this on the wheels. Let me see if I can roll it back without causing any damage. I don't want to drop anything. There we go. Roll it back. So I think I either want to take off this ball trough, which is just disgusting, and clean it, or work in the back box. And I'm leaning towards this ball trough because it bothers me so much. Of course, we got to do all of it, but this at least is a different thing. Let me get this camera over here. We're going to look inside our ball trough here. And it is just the dirtiest city ever in the world. Look at all that grime, all that dirt. Of course, the ball doesn't go back that far, but still, it's all the way through the thing. I need to get that completely cleaned, and if that means handing it off to Brent, I'll hand it off to Brent. But I think I want to do that. I want to take some pictures of what's going on down in here, and then take this entire thing off. It'll give me a chance to clean this too. This is with the ball lift right here, manual ball lift, which is awesome. And clean that. Yeah. So that's how I think I'll do this. I was thinking about doing the back box, but I think I want to do this. I don't know how much time I'm going to have tonight. I might have to get called back to work. So basically, we have a 5-ball trough. We're going to take all these balls out, and then I'll take some pictures. So we can have, one, we'll have a before and after, and two, I'll remember how it goes back together when I take it apart, especially these switches. Balls, I should put them in a cup, but I didn't. What was I going to say? I've been watching, I think it's because of WandaVision. I started watching the Dick Van Dyke Show. Great show, still holds up after all these years. but I was watching one episode recently and there was a pinball machine in the background. Couldn't tell what it was, but it was obviously a pretty old one. The show takes place in 1963, which is 2 years after this machine came out. But the pinball machine there, in the episode, you only saw it from the side, had no flippers. I could tell that there were no flipper buttons. And the guys who were pretending to play it were just kind of half shaking it. I wish I could figure out what game it was, but I don't know. All right, so we took pictures of that. Take pictures of that. Get all these shots. I also need to get where these switches are. Advise location that tapping the bottom of the cabinet will turn game off completely. Or backdoor key. Oh. So it has a sticker on the front that talks about the kickoff. When you kick the bottom of it, it says it'll turn the game off completely, and it doesn't. What it does is it turns most of the game off, but there's still power going to the transformer. So your transformer's still on. Don't ever use that. Alright, so I think the easiest way to get this apart is just to take the main off, kind of roll it over, take these switches off, and then we can just have the actual piece. And all this is going to be clean, derusted. That I'm going to make Brent do, if he doesn't know about it yet. But it should be easy for him. He does all that. Alright, what do we have down here? We have 1, 2 screws. Those screws just hold that together. There's a coil under there. Okie dokie. Alright, let's do this wiring harness first, I guess. That would seem like a logical place. And thanks for watching. If anybody's watching me do this repair, thank you so much. I know you could be watching a Led Zeppelin stream right now, but thank you for watching and hanging out. I appreciate it. I need a wrench. Do I not have a wrench? Let me get a crescent. Should have a baby crescent. There we go. Yeah, so I had that with my my Jeep getting semi-broken into, having to do security. And then my iMac, which is a few years old, on the same day that I was having to do all the security, I went into my office and found that the glass, which is the monitor part of the iMac, had fallen off and was on the floor. It's like the glue had given up around the frame and it just dropped the monitor onto the floor, glass and all, and thankfully it was not broken. And I just put it back on with packing tape because I'm like, nope, we're not dealing with this. Alright, I may not have had to take that all off, but I do want to get the wiring harness off of here. More pictures. I'll make sure everything goes back the way it's supposed to. Welcome, everyone. The fun is just beginning. I'm just going to slip this out and put the nut right back on so it does not get misplaced. Even though it might get taken off here. And then we're going to unhook the coil, I believe. Come on, dude, just thread. It's interesting that you have a 5-ball trough, and that is, I guess, because in this game does not have a ball thing on the back glass to tell you what ball you're on. So you tell what ball you're on by how many balls are here, or how many balls you played. But you only still get to play one at a time, so interesting. Alright, we're going to take the coil off. couple screws. And this coil I'm going to have to clean. That's simple enough. How is it simple? You're just dropping. Make sure there's not a nut on the bottom of these screws, because that'll end up just breaking the screw. And there's not. All right, one more. Get this coil out. And then when my rotisserie comes in, I can go back to the playfield. But it'd be nice to get everything on the bottom part taken care of. Which also means I gotta clean the shooter rod. There we go. Taking that out. There we go. What's going on here? It's got a little spring. That's interesting. This thing is also just grimy and crummy. Maybe we'll take that off and have Brent clean that too. This just opens up to allow the ball to slide through, kind of like some Gottlieb games have. So it doesn't actually push the ball out, it just allows it to slide through. We're going to set that right there. Alright, screws, if they're magnetic, and they're not. That, set those there. That way I can review this video later to remember where I put these things. Alright, take this off. I think we only have 3 screws. And then the switches. And I'm going to guess that the order of the switches is pretty important. Is there a nut? Yep, there is a nut at the bottom of this one. But it is turning, so that's good. I'm going to set that down there. We are unplugged, right? That would be kind of important to check ahead of time. Yes, we are unplugged. I don't want to do this plugged in, man. Because I still don't have a switch. Okay, so that one is loose. Yeah. Now, take the screw out. Maybe. So let it fall. There we go. And we're going to put the nut back on it so I do not forget it had a nut with it. What else I can do in here? Because it's actually kind of warm in here. Maybe I can turn the air conditioner on. Since we had it fixed, maybe I don't have to stand here in the freaking heat. Alright, now this side. We did this side earlier when we were grounding it. We ran the ground wire underneath through here. So we are aware of this one. But again, it has a nut on the bottom. Nice shot of my arm. Alright, ow, ow. Best thing I can do is just get cut up by the metal. That would be so much fun. Alright. I'm going to kind of leave these screws in the area where they go until something happens and they get screwed up in somewhere I'm not expecting them to be. Alright, that can go there. Now, this should tilt that way. Insert balls here. That's interesting. So now we want to take the switches off, which we just got. 1, 2. Yeah, they are in a specific order, so I'm going to take another picture of that. Make sure I'm getting the right one back where it belongs when we put it back on. Alright, now, of course it goes into flatheads. because switch stacks seem to always have a flathead. 1, 2, 3. But there's space for 2 more. I guess this is just a generic trough. So there's only 3 switches on here, but there's space for 5. Interesting. That'll be important to put it back in the right spot too. Alright, so unscrew that. Probably going to need some tape, right, to make sure my switch stack does not fall apart. Yup. Let's kind of set that on there. Oh, need me some tape. I think I used up that tape that I had. I got more. I have like a whole box of electrical tape. Also, what else am I doing? I'm also still kind of working on my virtual pinball. I've got a cabinet on order. I've got the computer. I'm working on getting the parts worked out. I already tested with 2 monitors. They're not the ones I'm going to put in it, but I'm testing it with 2 monitors. Hi. Twitch is contacting me as I'm on Twitch. That's nice. I'm really kind of excited for the virtual pinball thing. I think it's going to be a fun project that I'm doing at home. Because why not have another project at home? What happened here? Alright, so apparently these switches are only just leaning up against this, so they're not actually attached to the switch stack. So that's interesting. No, I've never done this before, so I am taking this apart first time. Just remember how it goes back together. That's the important thing. Doing this. Get this whole trough out of here. I kind of want to. These stickers are not that important, but they are to me because, well, they're original. So we need to make sure that when we clean this, we kind of protect those stickers. It's not like they're going to matter in the long run for function because I know how it works, but they are in pretty good condition. So let's see if we can keep the stickers nice and safe. Alright, so I have a little, trying to balance it, that's fun. So the switch stack has got a thing on the back. Once I get it out of here, I'm just going to put it back on. There we go, take those screws out. Take this screw out, and very carefully hold all this stuff together. All of this. I'm going to put the screws right back in here. Maybe I won't need tape. I'll just need these screws. Yeah, I don't need tape. I just need to screw them back together. But I had it just in case. And then, of course, we got to clean these switches. So somebody that does this professionally to actually repair and upgrade everybody's personal pinballs, electromechanical or whatever, you guys got to be charging a lot of money if you go through this length. Or do you just skip this? Do you just like give it a cursory, it's okay, and then just kind of clean the contacts and don't worry about some of the other stuff? Or do you go at it like I'm planning to do, like really go into this and clean it? Because I'm thinking if for the price, when you're going to pay a lot of money for these things to get repaired, you want it as new as possible. So yeah, it's time consuming, but I think it should be taken completely apart. And then it'll be good for a long time, hopefully, right? Or if anybody wants to chat about something else, we don't have to chat about pinball. I watched Godzilla vs. Kong. Could talk about that. Or talk about how Dracula always interrupts me. What are you doing, Brent? Prince making noise in there. He doesn't know I have this project for him. He'll find out soon enough. Oh, yep. I'm trying to be careful not to separate the stack, so that's why things are not going as quickly as they could be. Make sure that stays together. Stay together. Stay with your buddy. Hold your buddy's hand. Don't let go. You don't want to get lost out here, guys. I also want to know, since I'm sitting here chatting with myself, who else likes repair? To actually repair machines. I kind of feel like I like it more than playing them. And I'm thinking that most people don't. They would rather play. But I think there's something very therapeutic for me to work on them, to try to fix them and get them working right. And I wonder if there's anybody else out there who's like, ooh, yeah, I'd rather sit here and fix it and try to get it working than playing it. Or maybe it's 50-50. Maybe people like playing it and fixing it. Just kind of have a feeling that most people just don't want to fix them. Like, nah, I'd rather play. All right. I'm hearing a bucket. Oh, somebody's getting ice. I'm hearing the ice bucket. Oh, there we go. Last one. And this should free up this thing. We'll see how much further apart it can come once I get these switches off of here. All right, last bit. There we go. Oh, you like that, don't you? Yeah. Screw it all back on. Won't lose pieces if I screw it all back together. There we go. Alright, switch stack out. So now this should be free. There we go. Let's get a table up here. Or essentially the back of the back box. Is this long enough? Let's go this way. Just gonna look at this. Alright, what can come apart? I don't know if anything else comes apart. Oh wait, there's a screw here. So I think I can take the center trough out. Is this a screwdriver? That will be great if I can. Oh. That screw's just covered in gunk. Alright, lift. Oop, it moves. Oh, they move. What do I do? Do I just turn it? Just kind of jiggle it with the wires, or do I take these wires out? I think I have to just kind of jiggle this. Just kind of find that. There we go. There's the right angle. There we go. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted. Alright, so now I can take the 3 of these guys out. Let's take another picture so we know where we're at. Man, these got a lot of dirt. He's so dirty, my friend. Now I need a cup. Let's just get a little cup. Alright, so we're going to pop this guy out. Slide it. Slide it. slide it. There we go. Alright, so they do come out. Remember, we got to make sure they go back into the right holes when we get this back together. This is the most important part. This is the part that actually touches the ball, and I think a little bit down here at the end, but this part needs to be just shiny AF, and I'll get Brent to do that. Those, and we'll put this screw in here. Alright, now up here, so all that is welded. So this is one entire piece, except for obviously my screws. I'll take these screw out. I'm about to sneeze, maybe. Dang it. I haven't been able to sneeze all day. Dang it. I have this pain in my back for some reason, and every time I go to sneeze, it stops me from sneezing. I don't know if it's my body going, no, if you sneeze it'll hurt more, or what, because it's like, what? I get to the point of sneezing, and then it stops. And I hate it, because I want to sneeze so bad. I think I slept wrong is what it was. I need to make better life choices when it comes to sleeping. Alright, there's all these parts. So all of this is going to be as cleaned as possible. I don't know what's going to go on there. But we do know... Wait, does this thing go all the way over, right? Yeah, it goes all the way to the end on here. Where's the camera on that side? Oh, the camera's way over here. Here's the camera. This is the part that touches the balls. So this just needs to be super clean. But this, if Brent wants to do something to it, he can. That's the parts. That's them parts. Ow, my back. Ow, my back. Who needs the back? These guys... Get these hangers. We don't want to bend them. They're already bent. I hope they weren't specifically in some order. We did take pictures. No, they're exactly the same. Clean these little hangers off. That. Alright. I'll get Brent to clean this. Stay there, buddy. On the floor. This can go on the floor too. Alright. Take that back off. Trying to see if Brent's over there, but he's not. Alright. Oh, we could just take this entire thing off here. Let's go ahead and do this coil, I guess. Which means, let me get this thing back up here. Alright. There we go. There's the shot. Now you can see it. Alright. That. Clean those three. Alright, well. At some point somebody had taken these screws out because these screws are two different lengths. That's a sign that that's not factory. Let's make sure I put that back in the right way. Sometimes I don't set these coils in the right way, which is not... Sometimes it's not a big deal, but sometimes it's a very big deal. This is not a high impact coil. It's not like a flipper coil. I don't think I'm going to need some Loctite on the bottom of these. because sometimes I will do that with the coil stops. I will Loctite the screws, especially these kinds that don't have a nut on the bottom. There we go. Pull this out. That's that. Coil. Oop. Coil stop. And coil sleeve is a little stuck in there, or is it supposed to be one piece? Sometimes these are early ones, they don't come out. But sometimes they're just swollen. Let me see if I can give it a baby tap. See if I can get it to come out. Just over here at my desk. Nope, it'll come out. Alright, yeah. I just gotta... Ooh.
Welcome to my home.
Welcome to my home. Let me try my other little trick here. It's still a little tight. Let's take another coil sleeve. And I kind of tap it onto the old one and push it through. Maybe, maybe not. Oh. Probably not going to do it right here. Let me go back over to the desk. Basically line the new one up on top of it, if I can. And just tap out the old one. Hopefully. And then just tap it back in. Get a little bit of movement on here. Could just be tight from age. Oops. It's falling off. Uh-oh. One of my switch stacks. One of my switch stacks came loose. Uh-oh. That's not a sound I wanted to hear. It's okay. It's right here. It's right here. We're good. Probably just did not screw it down far enough. Doop-a-doo. Silly old switch stack. Hey, Brent. Brent. I got some cleaning thingies. Can you cleany thingy?
What? What do we got? Oh, joy, oh, rapture.
So the balls only touch this part, okay? They roll across the top of this.
Oh, it'll clean all right.
I know.
That's not bad.
This is the other part that's underneath there. That piece sits inside. The balls never touch it. So
but it's still gross.
Yeah, so you can do a little bit more on here if you want. Only thing I would say is just try to protect these stickers. You don't have to. I mean, it's our machine, but...
Oh, yeah, that's rustiness, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all welded. If you can't protect the stickers, then...
I can't really de-rust that. I mean, I could... Well, I take it back. I could...
But the balls only touch this part. And the side, maybe, but...
I guess I could just go navel jelly instead of the way I normally do it and try and stay away from the stickers. All right, yeah, I'll do that.
And I don't know, do you want to do this thing? This is basically the ball release. It opens up so the balls can slide through. So the balls are only touching this part down here. But it is, I mean, it is dirty.
What is that? What's that piece?
What is that? That is part of the plunger.
All right. Well, I don't want to do anything to
So
that unless you took it apart.
I mean, I can take it out. I can take this off.
You want to do that piece, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's up to you. Whatever you want to do. If you want to do it, I'll do it. If you don't care, I don't care.
Well, I can take it off.
Thank goodness that most of this, there's a little bit of surface rust, but it's not bad.
No, it's from the 60s.
Yeah. And the ball only touches the top edge anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't go all the way down there.
Yeah, I'll have to derust it a little bit, but that's all right. Yay.
Here you go.
He's out of your way.
Here you go.
Extra projects, that's what I need.
Those should be quick, right?
I need some extra projectos. A little wire.
It's just a spring.
All right.
We gotta have a place for our balls to roll. It's gotta be clean. You don't want your balls getting dirty.
You just keep saying balls.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to. Put all these in the same cup so I don't lose anything. We've already taken pictures of it. This, obviously, we're not going to put it back together right now because he's got to do his cleaning thing, which may take a while. So we're going to put all this in there. I still want to get that coil sleeve out. Get it below the lip enough. Oop. It's breaking up. That's telling me, yeah, it's dried up. What did I do with the other one? It's dried up, my friends. Alright, just gonna hold this in the right spot. And basically we tap out the old one. Come on, buddy. Just be cool. Just be cool, man. Sacrifice one, I will. Yeah, there we go. It's working. It's working. Ooh, there's some heat damage in there. Pull this back out so we know that it goes in and out. I don't want the other one getting stuck because I'm trying to get the old one out. Super thin. We're getting there. Almost. There it is. There she goes. Now can I get this one out? Which would be important too. This is the little game I have to play. Alright, well there's the old one. It is pretty toasty. Super thin too. Let's go up here to this camera maybe if I can figure out the orientation. There we go. Alright, let me get now that we got that one out. Now I have to get the other one out. You just go back and forth. You just keep replacing one with the other. No. Just got to get to a point where I can grip it. know what we're doing here. There it goes. Oh my gosh. It's a tight fit, my friends. That one out that way. Ooh, man. There we go. Actually, I probably should just leave that one in because that's the direction it needs to go anyway. It's just a little tight. Yeah, they're the right height. Come on. It's from the 60s. What do you expect? There we go. Alright. Place the coil sleeve. Super thin. It's like translucent. It's so thin. I don't know if that was original or not. Brittle though. Alright. That guy. This plate, that's okay. No lubricants anywhere on there. Let's clean the switches real quick. It's been a few days. I don't have any alcohol in here. How can I do this without alcohol? Brr. Brr. Alcohol is the way to go. Yeah, so these are a dark, I would say a dark brown to black color. And then if you wipe it with the alcohol really good, then you're going to get a shiny new copper penny. If you keep acknowledging Dracula, he'll keep talking to you. Let me see if I can.
The undead might lie to you.
I want to know if I can zoom in and you can see the difference here. I know this camera's got a great zoom, but I don't have perspective. All right, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out where we are. There we are. Oh, there it is. Maybe too close. Too close for the zoom, maybe? Oh, well, you can see the difference on that. All right, let me get it zoomed back enough that you can see. There it is. Okay, you see it? See the switch tip there? That tip, see how shiny that is? Compared to one that's not done. So how dull that one looks. This is the tip of the switch. That's how dull it is. Take my little alcohol in here and just rub it back and forth a little bit. Ooh, I have a cut on my finger. Guess what? I found that. Ooh, that burns. Alright, now, same switch. You can see the contact now. You can see how much brighter that is, how much shinier. That's what you're going for. And it doesn't take a lot of pressure. It doesn't take a lot of alcohol. We just clean those contacts. That's what we do. We clean contacts. There you go. Now all three of those are good. Alright, this guy can go back in my bag of coil sleeves. I suggest you buy a big bag of coil sleeves. This guy can go in the trash. This guy, I want to, now that I got the coil sleeve in there, I still want to rub it with some alcohol. cotton swabs because I don't want any oils, if I can avoid it, any oils from fingers inside here. I'm going to zoom that back now. We don't need to be that close. Alright, and this, which I'll do it again when we, looks pretty clean, but let's see what happens when we subject it to alcohol on a paper towel. Guarantee it's going to be dirty. It's going to be dirty. Alright, let's see. Okay, not as dirty as I thought, but still, it's slightly dirty. Alright, maybe it's not as dirty as I thought. But you always gotta try it anyway. And that guy will go in there. Slide up and down nice and easy. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. What are you doing? Hey, you plugged in your light. Okay. Breaking stuff. Like a guy that knows what he's doing. All right, so now we're at a standstill for the trough. There's leprechauns? I didn't know we had leprechauns. Containers on containers.
Yeah, because there is no pot of gold. They're lying. They're just trying to screw with you. I'm like, they're little assholes.
How much money would you get for a leprechaun, though? All right. Hey, stay down there for now. That was the ball trough. There you go. I did it. I'm waiting on you now.
What?
I did all the stuff that I can do. 5 balls. Don't have a cup for the balls. We're going to use new ones anyway. We don't use old ones. Alright, these guys stay in here. Let's stay in there. Hey, what's this? What is this? It's got a rubber on it. It's holding the coin door. It's the plug for the coin door, and there's a rubber on it. Like, is it supposed to have a rubber holding it on? That is weird. Never seen that before. Alright, let's go over here. We gotta take all of this stuff off too. Oh my gosh. What is that? Fire truck. Somebody. Alright, well, crap. Yep, fire truck. I was right. Alright. What's next? These switches are really close to this side here. I need to take all of that off. These are only on with nails. I think that's a good project to do tomorrow. I'm going to have all sorts of time tomorrow afternoon, I think. And then I'll because I got to wait for Brent for the finished ball trough there, and then I'll do all this. And then hopefully my rotisserie will come in and I can do what I want to do. And on Thursday. But that's it. I did a little thing today. I feel like I accomplished something. It wasn't a lot, but I did it. This video will help out somebody in the future. And yeah, that's pretty much all I want to do right now. I am going to go home. I am so freaking tired right now. I was here super early. But have a good evening. Peace out. Happy birthday to my nephew Elliot, who's probably not watching. It's his birthday. Why would he be watching? But happy birthday to him. Thank you guys, whoever was hanging out. And if you watch this video later, I hope it was informative. And I'll be back at it tomorrow afternoon for another little work break pinball. We'll work on this stuff. Maybe I'll clean that off. But until then, I'm pretty tired. I will see you guys later. Bye.